What the fuck is fulfillment anyway? Welcome to day 3 of reflection. Today's theme is fulfillment. This 5-day series explores the various categories of my own personal lifestyle blueprint. Fulfillment for me means purpose. Am I impactful? Am I making a difference? Does my life have meaning? Right now, if I was to rate my state of fulfillment on a scale of 1 to 5, I would rate mine at about a 4.5. I'm curious, where would you rate yours right now? So when I think about this category as part of my wheel of life, part of my personalized lifestyle blueprint, I'm thinking of things like career. What am I doing for work? What am I doing as a mission? What are my passions? How am I trying to make a difference in the world, etc.? When I began this nomadic digital entrepreneurial journey 3 years ago, I envisioned a mission that helped serve women in midlife and beyond that were living a life outside the traditional societal blueprint. I wasn't exactly sure what that was going to look like. I wasn't exactly sure of how I was going to do it. And I certainly wasn't sure of how I was going to support myself financially while I did that. What I have become clear on is my mission, my mantra, my message for everything regarding blueprint breakers. I believe that there's more than one way to do life. I believe that no one is any more or less fulfilled or happy depending on the life path that they are on. So there's no path that's going to guarantee more fulfillment, more happiness, etc. I believe that you can create the life you want and you can adjust your path when and how you want. And I believe that there is no timeline. How this turns into a mission is I want these beliefs to trickle down to younger generations. I want young women and little girls to have a different way forward than I did when I was a little girl. I want to erase those blueprints and erase the messaging. And in order to do that, at this age, I need to start with us. There's a lot of women in my demographic that struggle with it deeply. So my mission becomes helping them to learn how to embrace the life that they are on, whether it's by choice or circumstance. How can you still lead a fully fulfilled, happy, joy-filled life? We begin by deprogramming ourselves that we should feel miserable. So I've always had an uphill battle with these messages because society is built to support more of a mainstream path and following the traditional expected blueprint of what your life is supposed to look like as a woman. Now, as these empowering feelings have begun to get some momentum among us, and especially among younger generations, you will see there's a lot of backlash. I'm not going to get into a lot of details about that, but there is a lot of pushback and a lot of concerted effort to convince women that marriage and motherhood are the only ways to go as a woman. So as I see one step forward and 2 steps back, one step forward, 2 steps back, I can see that there's a lot of work to do with this mission. And how I've been focusing on this over the last 3 years was through various ways. Like, how do you get a mission out there? How do you get a movement going? And I've been doing it through my podcast, through speaking with lots of amazing guests and talking about incredible topics. I've been doing it through my online presence. I have offered free workshops and webinars. I've done public speaking. I've done group coaching, all of those things. In reality, none of these things have experienced enough support and enough momentum and enough visibility to really take hold on a meaningful scale. My podcast, my online presence, my programs, I feel like there's very impactful content and there's important information and connection happening, but it has not received the momentum, the engagement, the support to grow at the type of pace that would be needed for this to be a meaningful platform. Then looking at the practical side of things, I have been able to support myself financially through these efforts. They've led me to other opportunities, which has been great, but it hasn't been enough to support my lifestyle, my nomadic lifestyle, or to save for the future. Meanwhile, the back end part of my business has been thriving and growing. What began as independent projects, leveraging the skills that I've acquired through my corporate career, has developed into a full-fledged creative agency. And I wasn't even actively or intentionally or purposefully trying to build that. So what does that mean? My digital creative agency, what we do is we combine my business insight, my operational and sales expertise from my corporate life with creativity to build curriculum, online learning, digital content, producing podcasts. So it's all around creating good, solid content, information, and learning for other businesses. My latest offering, I'm calling the Strategic Spotlight Studio, and it's basically a done-for-you content package where you can get all of the content for your business without all the extra work. If you're interested in the details of that, you can DM me separately and ask me more about it. But I've been partnering with individuals and businesses on that. All this to say, things have not necessarily come together in the way that I intended or the way that I initially envisioned, but the pieces are starting to come together in a really beautiful way. And I'm enjoying what I'm creating. I'm enjoying how I'm spending my time. I'm enjoying the people that I've been working with and partnering with. I don't regret leaving my corporate role for a moment, and I'm enjoying figuring out all the issues and challenges along the way. How about you? I asked you earlier if you were to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5, where would you find yourself as far as fulfillment goes? So now that you have that rating, where do you go with that? How can you go deeper? Are you satisfied? Is there more you want to do? Again, drop me a DM, send me an email, leave me a comment, engage with this content that I'm sharing. I really look forward to hearing from you.